Hi everybody, welcome to Beauty Slash. Today's video will be for beginners who will just have their first client. So what should you say to your first client so that he doesn't run away after the first procedure and still come back to you for touch up? Of course, I'm exaggerating, but what you should prepare your client so that you still have a touch up to fix all your mistakes. So what do I tell to my clients? Even though I'm not a beginner, I still tend to tell the same things. First of all, you want to prepare your client and tell him that today we will do only half of the work. The second half will be achieved on the touch-up. So you might expect after today's procedure, the color of your brows will be a little bit red because the skin is irritated, so the actual color you will not see. But after maybe 1 week, or it could be even up to weeks, when the skin is healed, when the skin cool down, you will see the actual color. So just don't worry, don't panic. Today they might be a little bit red and irritated. Also, have to know that color after today's procedure will be very dark. When we finish, as I said, the skin is irritated, so everything tends to look more darker. After it heals, the color will go back, the darkness will go away, and they will become very natural. For the artist, if you're doing microblading, not the shading, you want to tell your client also that the strokes that you will do today will look a bit harsh, like you will really see the cuts in your skin. But after several weeks, when the skin will absorb the strokes, it will be very natural looking and soft and just perfect for you. What else do I tell my client is you would want to expect the first week or even the first 2 weeks the color to be very dark. So after 1 week the skin will start to scab. After scabbing you will see that the color is actually very light. This is completely normal. Sometimes the color completely disappears. This is also normal, don't worry about that. You will have to wait 3 to 4 weeks for the color to come back a little bit. So just to sum up, first very dark, then very light, then the color comes back a little bit. But it will not come back to the original color we did. It will be still much less. And since, as I mentioned, we are doing only half today, so expect the result to be very light, so that we can first test your skin, test how it takes the ink, and then we can add more of the ink, more color, more density, and more 3D effect. So this way, beginner artist can kind of practice, and also for yourself you see how the skin, your client's skin take the ink, because this is very important. You don't want to overdo, especially with the color, especially with people who ask you to do natural eyebrows. Don't take darkest ink or try to dilute the ink. Just do as lighter, as more shallow as possible, so that you can fix everything on your touch-up. After that, you also want to warn your client about the color. Because maybe if you're a beginner, you don't really know what color you should take for her skin, for that particular type of skin, because there's warm, there's cold type of skin, yellow, white, black, and etc. So, because for instance, if a girl has a dark skin, if I take the ink that is the darkest, unfortunately it will go a little bit blue or grayish, so you still want to add a little bit of warm tone to the darkest ink, so that on her brows it doesn't look that gray, for instance. And there's many like those pitfalls for different types of skin, so just be careful. And you can tell your client that we first see how it takes this color. In case if it's too cold, we add more warmth on the second touch-up. If it's too warm, we make it colder on your second touch-up. We can also go much darker if it's too light for you. Again, if you're making this too dark, there is no way for you to make it lighter. So be aware and start from lighter version. I hope I covered all the aspects about the color the darkness, and etc. And if I did miss anything, please write a comment under this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will be happy to make more and more videos so that we can keep connected to each other and grow together. It was Beauty Slash, and see you in the next videos.